My mother is cheating with the doctor that delivered my sister. Just recently, I was on my mom's tablet on Instagram when a notification popped up and said, trip to Washington. Now, about a year ago, my mom took a girls' trip to Washington. My friend texted me back as soon as the notification came up, so I tapped on the photos and went to swipe out when I saw a dude. A dude I don't know.
A dude?
It's the dude.
A dude, you say?
The dude.
The dude. So as soon as I went back to the photos, I saw a photo of my mom and the dude in bed with each other at the hotel.
Disgusting.
By the way, this comes from I am and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/okstorytime subreddit. And I'm Angie.
I'm Dakota.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We just know what we would do in this situation. So let us know what you would do in the comments. So OP says, I looked more and also saw a video of the guy and my mom kissing and the guy kissing on my mom's neck and shoulders.
Why are we
Ew.
watching this? Stop it.
Ew.
Stop.
That's when it hit me. This wasn't some random guy. This was the doctor that delivered my little sister in 2019.
That was when that hit you? It's like, it wasn't until I saw him kissing my mom's neck that I realized, isn't that my sister's birthing doctor?
So now I've been real distant from my mom. Every time I'm around her, I just feel disgusted. And then a week after finding out, I couldn't hold back. I went through her phone and found messages with her and the guy since 2019. Oh my gosh, since the baby was born? I wonder how old the sister is. They were talking about things I wish not to repeat. Needless to say, I don't like being around my mom now. So tell me, what should I do about this situation? And there are some comments, but Dakota, what should she do about this situation?
Is it unclear if mom is married right now? Mom is cheating with this doctor?
By OP's reaction, that's what I'm assuming.
If she's cheating, that's not good, and it makes sense why you don't want to be around your mom. But if it's just like, oh, this is the doctor that delivered my sister,
Yeah,
I don't think that that's really that big of a deal.
I agree. But it is also just kind of weird. Like, if it wasn't a cheating situation, it is kind of weird that, like, the sister was born in 2019, and that's also when they started talking. So, I mean, you know what delivery doctors see up in there.
I mean,
you
hey,
know, it's kind of,
they bonded over a traumatic experience.
I guess, it's traumatic in different ways. I just, I'm honestly surprised that a delivery doctor would want to be with a woman after that image.
Would want to be, yes, they're all gay.
Well, I mean,
Or,
that
well,
specific woman, that's
or-
what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's a hot take.
I think there is some
Yeah.
sort of, isn't there like an
I guess some people are
ethics
into
thing where it's like when you're a doctor, you're not really supposed to, make
Like,
your
get
patient
with your patients.
your partner.
that. Yeah, I think so. And we do have an update here. It's been about 13 hours since this post went up, but okay. First, thank you guys for the suggestion on gathering up evidence and showing it to my dad. Okay, so confirmed.
All right.
It is cheating.
Boy.
Father's in the picture.
Yep.
But who's the father?
Sorry to say, but that went out the window when I found out the bottom half of the tablet was broke and couldn't enter the password, so I decided to just tell him straight up. When I told him that I suspected mom was cheating, he said he had known about it at first, but she promised to stop and even showed him that she cut all contact with him. Oh my gosh. So this has been happening. They've already argued about this. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't know if that ended up working out the way you wanted to, Chief.
Yeah, I don't think so. He then said he was starting to get suspicions again when her and the doctor started working at the same hospital, and she kept saying that they were friends. So then I asked my dad when he found out, and he said around late 2020 or early 2021. But here's the thing. My mom went on that girls' trip in 2023. When I told my dad that, he looked shocked and then asked if I was serious, to which I replied, yes. Usually my dad is strong and would never cry, but this time he just broke down and cried for about 30 minutes. And I just hugged him the entire time. Oh my gosh. Even though I couldn't show the evidence, he told me he 100% believes me, but to bear with him because he is still trying to save enough money to the point where he can live comfortably without her. Oh my gosh. She's just like opening up a portal of all of her parents' problems that she just had no idea about. That's rough.
you shouldn't have to be dealing with this.
Yeah. He said he's close. He just needs another few months. He thanked me so much for telling him. Even though it hurt so much to hear, he loved that I told him. Anyway, my mom is at work right now. I took my dad to a cafe to cool our minds off and relax. He appreciates it. I'll update you guys with more information if it's important. Thanks for reading. And we sure do have a second update with important information.
Yeah, there's definitely more important information there to be digested.
Yeah. I am so sorry, OP. My goodness.
Well, I mean, at least you did. I feel like that is the right thing. I would always rather
Yeah.
be told what's actually going on rather than being like, yeah, I don't know. I just thought it would upset you, so I didn't tell you at all and would just, let you continue living a lie. And I'd be more mad about that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, duh, of course I'm going to be upset. My
Right.
wife is cheating on me with, I would assume, a hot doctor.
A hot doctor. Update number 2. Hello, guys. Not sure why, but I'm getting a lot of troll comments. Let me tell you this. This is my life, so do not try to say that it's AI. Secondly, those of you saying I'm a selfish baby obviously haven't been through things in their life like this, and if they have, it was probably them cheating. Anyways, I showed my dad the post, and he was kind of worried that they would find our identity, but after I informed him that no names or addresses were given out, and this is a burner account, he was fine. After he saw the comments, he actually started to question my little sister being his. So he decided to take a DNA test behind my mom's back. He did it just a few hours ago, and they said they will send the results in about a week. I'll update when that happens, and we sure do have another update here.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I think that it is his baby.
Yeah, put up a poll if we can. Baby or no baby?
I think that is baby.
Legitimate or illegitimate?
I would indeed claim that it is his
Yeah.
baby.
I'm going to guess it's his if the conversation started when the baby was born.
Yeah, I think it would be wild if that was like you delivered your own baby and then you're like, all right.
Yeah, right?
And then I will just like, yes, I will keep
I'm
that
sure-
a secret piece of lore for my own life.
Right? I know. I feel like if they were like a married couple and he was delivering the baby, I honestly feel like that would be some sort of bonding moment. Some sort of like, I don't know.
It's
Like,
like, yeah,
I'm
for
here
some
my
reason,
family.
when the doctor delivered the baby, he held it out in front of him like,
Wow.
wow. This is your baby, though. Yes, this is clearly your baby. Here, take this away from me. Goodbye, my child. What did you say? Nothing. Nothing. I didn't
Hello,
say
my
anything.
son.
My child.
And there is another update, so let's find out.
Yeah.
The results came back a few days early, but nonetheless, the DNA results came back positive. That's a weight off my dad's chest. So, dad's baby, not doctors. Anyways, my dad has been promoted to supervisor, and since him and my mom had no prenup, this is going to be kind of hard. My dad got a lawyer, a nice one too, and the divorce papers should be handed to my dad on Tuesday to avoid my mom seeing the paper.
Nah, I think you got to get a mean divorce lawyer. You
Yeah.
can't get a nice one. You got to get a mean one.
He's got to like roast you every hour, top of every hour.
Or them.
Like,
Give me more money.
Yeah.
Roast your wife that cheated on you with the doctor.
well, yeah, hopefully it's nice to OP's dad and mean to the wife.
Yes.
My dad said he's going to give it to her for their anniversary, which is on June 12th. So wish us luck. And I wish that you would listen to full episodes of stories just like this one on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or whatever your favorite podcast app is. Just search OK Storytime. And there is a fourth update, but serving divorce papers on your anniversary is crazy.
Yeah, it's just it overwrites it. It's like, no,
Yeah.
this is no longer our anniversary, it's our
A
divorcery.
divorcery. Yeah. I guess, I mean, that's kind of nice. You have a, one anniversary for everything. One anniversary for your ex marriage, and then one for your, or same one for your divorce.
Happy divorce anniversary.
Oh boy.
Happy Leif Erikson Day.
We do have a fourth update now. Divorce papers served. Yes, sir. My mom started crying and stuff, but me nor my dad cared because the affair is still going.
Well, not anymore. Now she's divorced.
My goodness. But nonetheless, my dad is letting her keep the house. Oh, wow. He just got a raise and decided to let my mom have the house. I guess he's still got love for her. I don't know. He also decided not to move into an apartment, but a condo instead. Man, I'm telling you, life is about to be good now. Thanks, y'all. My dad is still in trauma therapy. I'm not sure what it's called, but he's in trauma therapy. Thank y'all so much for reading this.
He's in trauma therapy. I don't know if he's in trauma therapy, but he's in trauma therapy. I don't know what trauma therapy, but it's trauma therapy.
Right. But yeah, what a crazy wackadoo story. I wonder if OP had problems with her mom before. Because I feel like if my mom cheated, which she definitely would not do, okay? But if my mom or dad cheated for that matter, again, would not do. Um, I feel like I would be mad, but I would still have some sort of love in my heart. Riley, do it again. Give the people what they want. They
Just
need
quite a
booty shaking
interesting juxtaposition of you being like, yeah, no, they would still have love in their heart, even, through all this. And then Riley's just like,
Riley's
let me
just
bounce on
bouncing on
that
it.
crazy style really quick.
Anyway, we've got another story for you coming right up.
I know my husband is cheating on me, but I can't prove it.
You gotta find the evidence.
Trigger warning for an emotionally abusive relationship and extreme gaslighting. And this comes directly from our subreddit. Get your cheating husband out of here. I should first emphasize that when I claim I'm positive, it's because he has admitted to cheating on me in the past, but now swears that he never has. So let me just start off by saying you can just leave your husband. He already admitted he cheated on you. You can just leave him. You've got the proof. What are you talking about?
The proof is in the pudding, people.
And he cheated in that pudding. Cheat pudding. My husband and I, both in our early to mid 30s, are supposed to celebrate our 10-year anniversary this fall. It has been a very rough 10 years. By the way, this comes from user oddsorbet6733, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/okstorytime subreddit where this story was submitted. As OP says, when we first met, we were both out of very bad marriages. I have kids with my ex who made my life horrible for years anytime I tried to move on. My husband's ex was a heavy drinker who made horrible choices under the influence, including driving wasted and getting caught cheating. We clicked instantly. Drama bond. Like, oh, we both have terrible partners. Let's be together.
Perfect.
I was hesitant about dating him because I wasn't sure I was ready to put my faith in another man just to be heartbroken again. He eventually wore me down, and our first couple of years together felt like magic until I got pregnant. It was like his personality completely changed overnight. He became increasingly irritated with me and would randomly snap over things he misunderstood, then later apologize, blaming the stress. My pregnancy became high risk, and I had to resign from my job. His ex had screwed him over financially, and he was stuck paying off a car she crashed. Once I resigned, the bills fell solely on him. I understood the stress, so I let it slide far too many times. Right before our baby was born, I overheard his parents demanding that they force me to get a DNA test. When I brought this up, my husband looked mortified and said he would confront them. After random CPS visits to our home, we decided to move away. Oh, so his parents are terrible too. My husband was certain it was his mother, since all the information given about me and my kids was incorrect, but his information was 100% correct. We moved to another state. Our beautiful baby was born, and life seemed to get worse.
God.
Dang.
So sad.
That's not the adjective I expected there.
Right?
He resented me for moving so far from his family, even though it was his choice to go no contact. On a daily basis, he constantly made disrespectful jabs at me. A couple of times, he butt-dialed me at work, and I overheard him telling his coworkers terrible things about how I had let myself go. I was struggling tremendously with postpartum depression. I decided to go back to work and start bettering my appearance. After a couple of years, we moved back to his home state and gave his family another chance. I agreed, hoping it would give me back my loving husband. Our first week back, his mom pulled him aside, not knowing I was in the bathroom on the other side of the door, and she began pestering him about the DNA test, and he told her he would see. When I asked him about it later, he refused to give me any information. Things were getting better around the house, but he was also spending much less time there. We both worked opposite shifts, and he would stay out until all hours of the night, claiming to be helping his mom or fishing alone until well after 3 in the morning. Oh, baby, that's just when all the fish are really biting.
No one else is fishing at that hour, so they all are
Yeah.
mine.
I get all the midnight fish. You know
Yeah.
what they say.
Yeah.
The midnight fisherman uses the worm to his advantage.
That's the old
That's
saying.
what they say.
That is what they say.
That's what they
Don't
say.
look into it. I started to have my doubts then, but I never imagined he'd be cheating. I told him I was willing to do a DNA test if he had doubts, but I would not be the one to pay for it. He reassured me that he had no doubts, and for a while, things started getting better. Then came the pandemic, and I once again had to quit my job to stay home with the kids. My mental health plummeted, and I became a recluse, leaving my house less than 20 times in a 2-year span. Pandemic. Little by little, I started noticing text messages already opened on my phone, which I knew was odd because I have ADHD and make it a habit not to open messages until I'm ready to respond. I downloaded an app that would take a picture every time my phone was unlocked. That resulted in hundreds of photos of my husband's forehead, proving he had been searching through my phone. Just 100 shots of this.
Like, how is he holding the phone? Like, up here? Like, what is he doing? Oh my gosh.
I confronted him and showed him the pictures, but he still denied it. This caused me to download spyware and set up two-factor identification. We later learned that my phone was cloned. I have a group chat with a few very close girlfriends, and we keep everything color-coded. Randomly, my messages and reactions changed from my designated color to the default black, and the ladies in the group pointed it out. Only I hadn't been the one to write in the group that day. I took my phone to get checked, and we found some suspicious downloads. The tech worker assured me that the cloned phone would have needed to come into close contact with my phone. Since I hadn't seen my ex in over a year, that was highly unlikely. But by the time quarantine lifted, my mental health was the lowest it had ever been.
This is so much. This is way too much to be like, I know you're cheating. Like,
Yeah, right?
If he's already admitted to you that he cheated, he cheated.
the fact that your app has the, like, it takes a photo and he's like, this is like way too much to really, like, I gotcha.
Yeah.
So before the hacking, I had started making a name for myself with my artwork and short stories. I was getting close to 20 commissions a week.
Wow.
At some point during the hacking, about 80% of my digital artwork randomly deleted from my phone. I was heartbroken. You should have been on a warpath.
Yeah, that's
that was your
terrible.
husband.
That's terrible.
That was your husband messing around with your phone.
You gotta change your passcode, dude. And if he brings it up as a problem, be like, oh, I didn't realize you needed my phone for anything.
Yeah.
What you doing there?
A few weeks later, I received a legal letter accusing me of plagiarism and a cease and desist on my online shop.
What?
I got legal advice from a lawyer who confirmed the documents as legit, but believed I could fight it, though it would be costly. We decided to shut down my shop. We also had more random CPS visits, though we were quickly closed out as unwarranted. During my mental health spiral, my close friends were trying to get me to look more into my husband. They were positive he had been cheating and were genuinely afraid he was doing something to me to cause my mental health to get so bad. They even stated he might be working with his family to make me seem unstable so he could get full custody when he left me. At first, I shut that down immediately because I could not see this man cheating on me, but after some time, I had to force myself to take off the rose-colored glasses and see what was really going on. I was essentially living in a makeshift prison. We had cameras all over the house to watch the kids, as well as family trackers on our phones. I started getting alerts telling me to ask him to turn his location back on. He would turn it off after leaving the house, but I learned that if I called him, it would ping his location whether he answered or not. He would be parked near the wooded area behind his job. He started leaving hours early and returning home hours late, stating he was getting overtime. He would yell at me if I called him at work. Honestly, just like straight up, all this other BS. If you have a partner who just yells at you,
Yeah.
leave them.
Yeah, I feel like I honestly don't care if he cheated or not at this point. Like, he has proved himself to be so terrible in general. I mean, if you had, like, problems with your pregnancy, if your pregnancy was high risk, then, like, that is 100% because of the stress that he was causing. Like, if he
Yeah, it very well could be.
if he was stressed out during your pregnancy, first of all, why? What are you stressed about? And then also, like, if he didn't know how to handle that stress and was making it more stressful for you when you're the one that's pregnant, Like that already is
Yeah.
so terrible. I don't care if he cheated or not.
We
You
don't
should
even
leave.
need the confirmation that he's cheating, which all of that behavior
Yeah.
definitely is a massive red flag that he would be.
Yeah.
If he's yelling at you for just calling him, it's over.
Yep.
It's over. He came home one day with a mark on his neck, but swore that it was from me, even though we hadn't been intimate in months. I'll admit I let him get away with so much, but after a while, I couldn't keep ignoring everything.
Oh my gosh. He's like, babe, it was the curling iron. I just burned myself with the curling iron. He's bald.
Yeah. I would wake up in the middle of the night to him being gone, and the cameras from the living room front door and outside would be disabled. There is a giant Looney Tunes style, like, cartoon sign that just says he's cheating,
Yeah.
and he's carrying it around with him.
Yeah.
I would wait for him to come back, sometimes accidentally falling back asleep, other times pretending to be asleep to see what he would do. He'd usually go straight to the bathroom and run the sink water, splashing himself before climbing back into bed. I'd confront him about it in the morning, but he denied doing it and show me the camera footage, not picking him up leaving. That's what you just confront him when he gets back in bed. But you probably don't want to do that because he sounds scary.
Yeah.
You should leave him and take the kids. After a while, it became increasingly hard to stay awake at night, which worried me since I naturally suffer from insomnia. My mental health was so bad I couldn't be sure what was real or fake. One night, I woke up abruptly after hearing him leave. I sat up for 2 hours and laid back down when I heard him come back. Immediately after he entered our room, I was hit with the strongest latex and lubricant smell.
Ew.
Oh.
Yeah.
The smell was strong.
Strong
Ew.
smell. I shot up in bed, sniffing around. He had dropped an open wiener wrapper on the floor right next to our bed on his way to the bathroom. I didn't even wait for him to come out. I immediately called him out on it, and he came out like a deer in headlights, surprised I was awake. He swore he hadn't been anywhere. I threw the wrapper at him and immediately started packing my things.
Was it a used one?
I think it was the wrapper.
It was the-
Like the
Okay. 'Cause
A wiener wrapper. That's what it
Okay.
said.
wrapper squared.
Okay, yeah.
He ripped my bags out of my hands, screaming at me that I was crazy, swearing that I was making up everything in my head. We didn't use wrappers because I have a latex allergy. Well,
Ooh.
you know they make those without latex.
Well, exactly, but I think the point is that
Well, I
This
know,
was
yeah,
a-
no, fair. I was just saying, like,
like just in
there are
general.
ways to be safe with a latex
Guys,
allergy.
he just was trying to
Yeah,
make
true.
balloon animals. That's all he was. He was just trying
Yeah.
to practice making balloon animals.
Yeah, he was just practicing his
He just-
clownsmanship.
He wanted to do that challenge where you like fill it with water and put it on someone's head.
We should do
Yeah.
that. That's really funny. We hadn't been able to use them in over a year, so it did not come from us. He swore he didn't know where it came from, but by now I was so tired of turning the other cheek. I screamed that I hated him, I wanted a divorce, and could no longer trust him. He swore that it was all happening in my head and I needed to get help. Now, one thing I will say about me is, as a mother, I take mental health very seriously. If someone tells me that my mental instability is at risk of causing harm to my kids, I'm going to listen every time. So I checked myself into a psychiatric hospital, got put on psych meds and antidepressants.
That is so crazy. His gaslighting worked to the fullest extent.
I'm so sorry, OP.
Yeah.
That I hope that your story can be a lesson to everyone that you can just leave.
Yeah.
You don't have to let the guy be in charge of anything. Although this was a very challenging time. You know, you'd already gone through a lot. There's the pandemic, the isolation. You said it was hard to tell what was real.
Oh my gosh. Trust yourself, people. You know, it's easier said than done. But if you are ending up in a psychiatric ward because of a relationship or after being in a hard relationship, that's a sign that it's not good.
You know, there's really never an excuse to just like yell at your partner. My doctor later admitted that it was the wrong medication, as it resulted in me hearing voices.
Oh my god.
But in my doctor's defense, she was going off the information provided to her by my husband and his family. It was not accurate information. After that, my husband started spending more time at home. He stopped sneaking out at night and initially cut contact with whoever he was seeing. He came clean and admitted to cheating, although he refused to tell me who it was. His justification was that he somehow believed I was cheating on him with my ex and had supposedly received proof from someone, but wouldn't tell me who. When I asked how he could believe I would risk my family for a man who had destroyed me, his excuse was that because I never wanted to be near my ex, it made him feel like I was hiding things. This guy's definitely was cheating on you with his ex.
Yeah, exactly. He's just, blaming everything on you.
He said the reason his family wanted the DNA test was because he told them he thought my ex was the father of our child, and that resulted in them calling CPS, hoping I would get scared and leave him. But he didn't want me to think he was behind it, so he cut his family off and later blamed me for it.
This guy's pathetic.
Yeah,
this guy sucks.
I'm
Yeah.
really sorry that you ended up marrying the worst guy on the planet.
After being in a bad relationship
Yeah.
previously. I don't even believe that he was in a bad relationship before, which is what was mentioned before. They both were in bad relationships. I feel like he was probably in a bad relationship, but it was all his fault.
Yeah.
He was making it bad.
Yeah, that's bad. That is all bad. We decided to do couples therapy. Spoiler, it's been 2 years and we still haven't gone.
What?
I stopped bringing it up as I realized it was never going to happen. But he was home every day, being my loving husband again. He would stay on the phone with me his entire workday, which honestly just upset me because it proved he'd been lying for years. I was going to individual therapy weekly, so I felt we were finally moving past it. Fast forward to now, we have new phones and new numbers.
Why?
I know that you've been through a lot. You need to leave this man immediately.
Why put yourself
Please.
through it more? I get it, but it's like, what's holding you to this relationship with this man now?
You need to lean on your family. This man has put you under some sort of spell, and you need to get out of this relationship.
Is he hot?
No, it's definitely not that.
You need to take your kids with you to your family's house and divorce this guy and cite everything that has happened as the reason why. This is not a situation that should be fixed. It should be fixed by leaving.
That's the only way it can be fixed.
I haven't had a single issue with my accounts being hacked since, and my mental health was the best it's been in years. My psychiatrist ended our sessions and removed me from all psych medications with a detailed note on why I don't need the medication in case someone tries to use it against me. I'm
That's
still
good.
in individual therapy, and I'm no longer having trouble staying awake. Our 10-year anniversary is coming up, and we have never had a good anniversary. I learned a few years ago that the reason he chose this date was it was the day before his anniversary with his ex, so he's always bitter on our special day.
Why did he choose a date? Is there not like a factual like anniversary that you could decide to go with? I know some people, like, if they have a kind of, uncertain beginning to their relationship, they will choose one, but I feel like if we're choosing one, that's not a good one to choose.
It's also like a terrible excuse to be like, it's our special day, but you know how I feel about this day.
Yeah, it's like,
Sorry.
I feel like you should be over that. I think you should be done.
For 10 years too. 10 years.
Oh, I forgot. That's how long they were together?
10 years, and he's like, I'm gonna feel a little down today. I'm just not happy. This guy's lame.
The worst. One of the worst. Increasingly over the last few months, he started acting distant again. Short responses, staying in the bathroom for hours, intentionally misunderstanding me, and as of the last 3 weeks, constantly getting me mixed up with things he did with other people. I asked him if I needed to be worried, and he rolled his eyes at me. I told him I was afraid he might be cheating again, and he blew up at me, saying he's never cheated on me before, and he's tired of me accusing him.
He literally admitted to it. He
Yes.
literally admitted to it.
That's crazy.
And then, like, while she was in the psych ward or something, or while she was on the wrong medication.
Right. OP continues, I reminded him that he admitted it, and he
There you go.
swears that he never admitted to it, and that it's in my head again. Yeah, you need to leave this guy.
This guy's crazy.
He's got you questioning literally like what's real, and like if you had no mental health issues to the point where like you were delusional about what was really happening. He was trying to convince you that him cheating on you was a delusion in your own head, which is not true.
Would we call this guy psychotic? I don't know. What's the term for this kind of person? Because this
Yeah,
works.
he's psychotic.
That works for me.
This is
Yeah.
psychotic. To be able to do this is psychotic. I didn't sleep at all last night. So while the kids were at school today, I decided to take a nap for a couple hours. After waking up, I saw an alert on my phone that someone had accessed my bank app at exactly 12:58.
Oh,
I knew for a fact it wasn't me because my alarm didn't wake me up until 1:30 and I haven't downloaded the bank app on my new phone yet. I was panicking to my husband about it because it means someone's still accessing my private information somehow, and he annoyingly said it was probably me and I had just mixed up the time. I told him it couldn't have been me because I was asleep, to which he promptly replied, "How could you have been asleep when I was on my lunch break at that time and we talked my whole break?" I pulled out my phone, showing him the time logs, We stopped talking at 10:44 when he told me he was going to call the electric company and call me right back. But I told him not to worry about it because I needed a nap desperately. I tried to pry more from information about this supposed phone call because he often mixes up our conversations with things he swears I tell him, but I genuinely have no idea what he's talking about. Babe, he's trying to gaslight you into just being like, "Oh, I'm unwell and I don't know what's going on. I have to listen to him."
Mm-hmm.
Leave him. This guy is like unbelievably abusive, and you need to leave him. If you are still with him, you need to be gone yesterday. Call your family, call your friends. Your friends were telling you they were concerned about this guy. Anyone in your support system who could help you right now, you need to talk to them and just fully go no contact with your
Yeah,
husband. Serve him divorce papers, let lawyers handle it. It's over. It needs to be over.
the fact that you're questioning your sanity on a daily basis, pretty much. Come on, what's the underlying denominator here? It's always him.
Yeah.
You're like this, and then you're like, wait, did I do this? It's like, yeah, no, you did do it, and it's oh boy. I feel like once you get out of this relationship, it's gonna be the biggest weight off your shoulders.
Yeah, truly. My gut lately has been screaming at me to pay attention. I checked his phone tonight for the first time in over a year and found nothing. Literally nothing. No call to the electric company, no calls from his boss, nothing, just our phone calls. So he's got a second phone. I also found out he has a work phone, but he doesn't bring it home, so I have no way of checking it. I know he's cheating again. I'm not stupid, I'm just tired. Too tired to fight, too tired to care. I tried to give him an easy out, but he won't take it. And by the way, you can listen to full episodes with stories just like this on your favorite podcast platform. Just go to iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen, and search OK Storytime. We have a little bit more story left, but it's time to leave. You summon the courage, lean on your friends, lean on your family, make sure, the kids are okay, and leave your husband. He's abusive. I'm so afraid that if I start digging again, I'll send myself back down a spiral that I genuinely can't afford. I'd rather just not care. I have no family, I have no friends, and I live in a state that I have zero ties to and aren't afforded any resources. What happened to the friends in the beginning of the story? Anybody. Find local shelters, anything. There has to be some way. Anything is better than this. I'm stretched so thin I'm basically saran wrap, just clinging to myself to keep myself together. My therapist says I'm handling it all pretty well, but I don't think I am. I stay up every night and just cry all the time. And that is the end of that story.
Oh man.
I know that's really hard to hear, but it's not going to get better until you leave this guy.
Yeah.
It is not going to get better until you leave this guy. I don't know how your therapist is not telling you the same thing.
Therapist has got to be in cahoots with the husband. But again, even if it's because this is one of our own, by the way.
Change your bank information as well. There's
This
some
is-
comments I'm seeing. Yeah, can't call the bank, cancel everything, change all the bank info. 100%.
I'll go ahead and message you, OP, and make sure everything's okay, especially with everything. I hope everyone in our community can message you and hopefully just give you the push that you need to get out of this relationship, because this is 10 years of your sanity just being played with, toyed with. It's not worth it. You deserve to live a good life. This is not a good life. Oh man, waking up on a daily basis to this.
And it's like, we'll get better, but then he just gets worse.
Yeah,
You know?
and you're taking like
He
breadcrumbs.
lied to you. He got you on psychiatric meds you didn't need. You were hearing voices. This guy's not a partner.
Just get away from this guy. Yeah, that's all I can say.
We can just read the next story. That's all we can do.
My ex refused to block the woman he secretly slept with after getting me pregnant.
Damn.
Directly from the subreddit, guys. I, 41 female, am 7 weeks pregnant with the baby of my ex-boyfriend, 42 male. We broke up because he was continuing to communicate and sleep with a 60-year-old woman he'd been in a situationship with for the previous 8 years, which I didn't know about until I sought out more information on the question page.
Well, sounds like a good reason to break up with somebody. In my opinion, that's definitely a perfectly reasonable situation to break up with someone over.
That's the opening.
By the way, this comes from Fair Supermarket 4529, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/okstorytime subreddit where this is from. And OP says, my stipulation for us to communicate is that he tells this woman he is done with her and not to contact him anymore. He wants to talk about a romantic future with me. I want to talk about peacefully co-parenting. I have one child, he has none, and he always wanted one. I've always wanted a second. He doesn't want to have a child where he is not in a relationship with the child's mother in the same home. I was deceived into the relationship to begin with. I had known about his 8-year situationship with this much older woman who honestly is physically unattractive, works in finance, and is in an elite white upper class community with horseback riding and country clubs, divorced with grown children.
Yeah, he's getting that money. He's getting that old, rich, white lady money.
The roast of who is honestly physically unattractive is
Yeah.
wild.
She's a physically unappealing, financially attractive, rich white lady.
He just wants to go horseback riding at the country club. I never would have wanted anything to do with him. For this story, let's call her Fifi. His timeline. He met Fifi 8+ years ago, about a year and a half in. He got into a serious relationship with a different woman for 2 years. We'll call her Nellie. While with Nellie, he continued to sleep with Fifi. He never took Fifi on dates. He made her park her car around the corner from his house. He had some weird, spicy related stuff with Fifi while maintaining his relationship with Nellie, insisting he was not physically attracted to Nellie, all the while sleeping with Fifi on the side.
Toss all of this into a river. Toss it all in the river.
Cowbot,
This is a
Cleanse
lot.
yourself with the river.
Cowbot, calm down.
Read Ronan Q's.
Ew, guys.
Take out the dentures and it's a whole new world like Aladdin.
Is there a service in Bali where I can have all
No.
of my memories of the last 30 seconds erased?
Nope. He said he wanted to end his relationship with Nellie, but didn't know how, so he was trying to get caught cheating. Fifi sent dirty photos and videos of him cheating to Nellie. I'm assuming he denied it or said the videos were old. Either way, eventually, Nellie showed up at Fifi's home while he was there in the morning. Fast forward to May of 2024. This man and I start talking, and it was not a really great relationship. Spicy sleepily, we were compatible, and it could have been a very good relationship if he had been emotionally available. I felt him being emotionally unavailable, so I went on the T page and found Fifi. She blocked me on Facebook. I Googled her phone number and called her.
Wait, what is the T app?
I don't know for sure that it's the T app. The T app is like a place where you can like report about men and stuff. Like,
Oh,
what's
that's
the
a
T?
gotta 100% be what this is.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And we spoke for 1.5 hours. Fifi said they were together physically in April 2024 the last time. She never admitted to sleeping with him while he and I were together, but I know she did. She shared spicy related text messages between the two of them. He was telling her he was not seeing anyone over and over when he was seeing me. He told her repeatedly he missed her, reaching out to her. When confronted, he said he didn't do anything wrong. He swore he didn't cheat and didn't feel bad for the text. Just the way he spoke about this woman made me sick. No respect for her at all. I dumped him. Even without the cheating, he was cheap, lazy, deceitful, dishonest, judgmental, discriminatory, closet guard, uncultured, selfish, greedy, and lacking a backbone and a proper chin.
Damn, that last one's crazy.
I hate to say this, but
I love
at
OP.
some point when you dunk on an ex at that level, you also dunk on yourself because you were dating them.
I mean, she got out of there pretty quick.
I'm
though.
glad you did. I'm just letting you know, optically, you go, yeah, well, that was also you dated them.
And he has no chin.
But I'm glad
I
you're
think
out.
it's a fair
I'm
dunk.
glad that you're out. It's just a warning, you know. Don't accidentally self-dunk on yourself.
Sometimes you gotta go through the bad to get to the good.
I know, agreed. I'm just saying, maybe just, you know,
It's called a learning experience.
Whatever. I saw him one last time in the beginning of September. Now I'm pregnant. By the way, you can always listen to full episodes with stories just like this. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, search up OK Storytime. A whole bunch of episodes there. We have a little bit more. What you thinking?
Always use protection, kids. Then you don't have to have a baby with apparently the ugliest, grossest dude on the planet.
Someone goes, is the 60-year-old preggers too? My God, they can raise their kids together.
No, the 60-year-old is not pregnant.
We don't know that.
I know that. I know that.
You never know.
60-year-old,
You never know.
not pregnant.
Never know.
Nope.
Never know. Before I knew for sure I was pregnant, I asked him to dinner, my treat. My only stipulation was that he messaged this woman requesting her to never contact him again and block her.
Bro, you're paying for his dinner after he cheated on you?
Because also, here's the other part of this. It's like, she probably wasn't the only one reaching out every time. He's just gonna don't contact me. He's gonna contact her.
You paid for his dinner after he cheated on you.
He called me crazy. He said I was obsessed with her and childish. He said he would not do that. He says he's not in contact with her now. Am I the a-hole for requesting that this man tells this woman to not contact him again and block her in order to give me peace of mind? Is this really such an irrational, ridiculous request? That's the end of that story. No, can we just dump this man instead, though?
You should be BFF Jillies with the 60-year-old and go horseback riding with her. Or not.
Leave this man if you can't afford to raise the child. Give it up for adoption if you can. None of that is okay. Neither of those two stories were okay in any way. You both need to leave the terrible, pathetic men that are in your life. I'm sorry that you are pregnant with this man's child, but it's not good. It's not like am I the a-hole for... Yeah, you're going to be the a-hole to yourself if you stay with this guy. That's what I think.
And you're one of us, so I hope that you're watching maybe.
Yeah.
And you can take this advice and just leave this man. Run away.
So we have comments from a video. My best friend stole my business. And this was posted on September 19th, 2025. And here's a little TLDR. Opie planned a camping trip for her 18th birthday with 3 close friends, but they all bailed last minute, claiming they had to catch one of their cats who got outside. I remember this story.
This one.
For 2 whole days,
Yeah.
the friends kept making excuses about why they couldn't leave this outdoor cat, who again, regularly goes outside anyway, to come celebrate. When Opie's boyfriend called them out for ditching her for her birthday over a cat that wasn't even missing, it turned into a huge fight where the friends ganged up with nasty personal attacks. Later, the 3 friends sent Opie a photo of themselves flipping her off and blocked her everywhere, making clear the cat was just an excuse to ditch her birthday.
Yeah.
If you're curious to know the full story, you can go watch the full video. Wow, yeah, I do
remember
that.
that one. It's
you remember
been a
that one?
while.
Do you?
That might have been either just you and me,
I-
or you and me and
Sophia. I know Sophia was there because we were all like, what? But we have some comments. We have a comment here from Lady Justice Susan. I wouldn't leave if my strictly indoor cat got outside. No way, no how am I going anywhere until I can get him back in. He's never been outside before, and I would lose all my crap if he did. Anyone who doesn't understand that would be cut out of my life immediately. Here's the thing, Susan. It was an outdoor cat.
It was an outdoor cat. I do think there was a reason that they had to get the cat inside for something.
Because they were
like
leaving.
a storm, I think.
I don't... Or they
I
wanted
remember
to feed
there
it.
being something else where it was like the cat did need to come inside. And I was very much on the side of OP of being like, yeah, get the... Or of the friends of being like, yeah, get the cat inside. But they were not trying
We all
in
agreed.
any way to get this cat inside. Like, they
know,
weren't
yeah.
shaking treats around. There was a lack of effort.
Yeah, I remember that it took... There were 3 of them. There
Yeah.
were 3 people
And
trying...
they knew where the cat was.
They knew their cat was...
They
it was
had
like,
him
it was,
surrounded.
It was on the next... It was like the next side, and it took them 2 days to get this cat. If
Yeah.
I really need the urgency to get
I
my
think it
cat...
was like under the porch or something too. Like they could have just crawled under and grabbed the cat. There was definitely like they could have gotten this cat. It was an excuse.
Yeah, I think that was really dumb. Another comment here from Cables8415. I'd never leave an indoor/outdoor cat outside when I'm going to be away for 3 days. Completely separate from the friend's behavior afterwards, I'd be pissed if my friend was not being understanding of that. The cat is clearly very important to Rihanna, the saved her life comment, and I'd cut friends off if they were adding stress because I was more worried about my cat than their party. And cats can be very hard to catch. They are so fast, they can climb. And even if you grab them, they start scratching you because of its instincts to let them go. I have scars and ruined shirts as the souvenirs. And again, you have a cat. You know this. You've had cats.
Yeah, anytime that I had to grab my cat one time hiding under, we knew where he was hiding, and the fire alarm went off, and we had to get out of the apartment really fast, and I grabbed a towel, and I shimmied under where he was, and my other roommate, like, covered in case he ran out the other side, also with a towel, and we wrapped that around him and threw him in his carrier and went on our way. Like, I totally understand, though, that was, like, best case scenario, and I have struggled to get him out of places before. All that aside, though, they basically admitted that it was an excuse to not go to this birthday. Like, yes, I do remember being like, "OP, come on, like, their cat is stuck outside,
But
like, give him a break," but
after like
they
the
were
first
being
5 hours,
just actually mean to OP at the end.
it was like, okay, 1 hour, get it.
Yeah.
Couple hours, we get it. But it's been like 6 hours to get one cat, and there's 3 of you.
Right, and like what Jen is saying, the mom of the girl who was trying to catch the cat was home.
Yeah.
So like the cat wasn't gonna be left alone. She lived with her family. There was many other things she could have done.
I remember all of us were like, we're siding with the people who want to get the cat. That makes so much
for
sense.
sure.
And then we were like,
switched. Real
what are you
quick.
doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have one final comment here by Zapora85. I have a strictly indoor cat, but to be frank, he's a former feral, so he likes to escape on occasion. When he has escaped before, we look for him for 15 minutes and then leave him outside. He always comes back in the morning,
Yeah.
mewing like he's made a huge mistake and he needs a warm bed. I would never abandon someone's birthday because my silly boy got outside. And the fact that her cat is an indoor-outdoor cat is insane.
Right. They always come back. I had an indoor cat get out, and we were panicking because there's woods near the back of my house then, and he came back. He got hungry. They know where they're going. He wanted to explore a little bit. He came right back. He meowed at the door. We let him in.
If it was a brand new cat, makes sense because you don't know how to handle
If this cat had
it.
never been outside, he was strictly indoors. You did not know where he was. He wasn't like somewhere that you guys had eyes on him, and you were genuinely like, he could be gone.
But the thing is, the cat was literally in like the
Right.
neighbor's yard, if I remember.
I think it was in their yard. I think it was just under something.
It was either under something. It wasn't far. It was
Yeah.
right there.
And they weren't trying treats. Like, I remember it just being like, come on.
They were just like hanging out. Like the cat's
Yeah,
outside.
They just didn't want
we
to go
can
to the
chill.
birthday.
Yeah,
They
which was
admitted
really
it
dumb.
later.
Yeah. That is the end of the comments, and this is the end of the episode.
So if you love us, make sure you subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.